All right, grab your clubs and let's head to Kiawah Island.
One of the most iconic courses in America, for sure.
The ocean course.
That's the one. And today, we're your virtual caddies. We'll give you the inside scoop on every hole.
Think of it as like a pre-round prep.
Whether you're dreaming of teeing off there one day or just want to, impress your golf buddies.
Let's tee off with what makes the ocean course so special.
Well, first off, it's a Pete Dye design, so you know it's going to be tough.
Yeah, Dye's known for his tricky courses.
Think unpredictable winds right off the Atlantic, water hazards all over the place, and enough sand traps to fill a beach.
Sounds intimidating already.
Oh, it is, but it's also brilliant. Every hole's got these choices, risks, rewards. Dye doesn't just punish you for bad shots, he rewards smart play.
So you can't just muscle your way around this course.
Nope, gotta think your way through it. Use strategy, not just power.
All right, I'm ready to test my mental game. Let's start this virtual round.
Okay, hole one, here we come. It's kind of like the opening credits of a movie.
Setting the scene, easing us in.
Exactly. It's a par 4, pretty gentle to start, but there's this large waist area running along the right side.
Almost tempting you to try and carry it, right?
Almost. It's a little warning from Dye. Like, hey, don't get too comfy just yet.
I see. A little foreshadowing.
Yeah, that waist area, it kind of pops up throughout the course. But for hole one, be bold. Take advantage of that wide fairway to the left. Go for it.
Okay, feeling good after that first hole, but I have a feeling hole 2 is going to be a different story.
Oh, yeah. Hole 2, that's where the course throws down the gauntlet. This par 5, trouble everywhere you look.
Marsh on the left, a deep bunker on the right, and the wind.
You're not kidding. This one is all about risk-reward.
That expansive fairway on the right looks tempting.
It's a trap. Second shots from over there are brutal. You don't want to be stuck there.
So what's the play then?
Think aggressive off the tee. Aim for that left center, even if you're flirting with that marsh.
Okay, risk it for the biscuit.
Right. A good tee shot sets you up for a shorter third shot into the green. But even getting there in 3 doesn't mean you're home free.
What else is there?
That green. It's surrounded by bunkers and those tricky chipping hollows. Up and down can be a nightmare.
Sounds like a true Pete Dye green.
You got it.
All right, on to hole 3. Another par 4 that looks pretty straightforward on the scorecard, but I bet there's more to it.
You're learning. Remember what I said about Dye not liking drivable par 4s?
Yeah.
This is one of them. Might be tempting to pull out the driver and go for the green.
I can see myself doing that.
Don't. This one's got that infamous volcano green.
Okay, I've heard about this.
It's like a green sloping dramatically from back to front. Like a tiny volcano. Anything short's going to roll right back down.
And then you're left with a tough uphill chip.
You got it. Plus, there's that bunker guarding the front.
So how do we avoid disaster here?
Precision. Aim for that lone live oak in the fairway.
It's more than just a landmark.
Yeah, it's your target. A shot landing just short of the green gives you the best chance for an up and down.
I can already picture my approach rolling back down that slope. Okay, on to hole 4. Our third shot across the marsh. This is beautiful, but brutal.
Right, this one's got that wetland area split in the fairway, so decision time right off the tee.
Do I lay up short or
try to carry the wetland?
Tougher choice than it looks.
It is. And of course, Dye added a few surprises, those crater bunkers put in during the early 2000s.
Just to keep us on our toes.
Yeah, strategically placed to catch any slightly off-target shots.
So accuracy is everything here. What's the best approach?
Think of the green like a pinball machine. It's got these subtle contours. Use them to your advantage.
Okay, gotta get creative with my shots.
A well-placed shot can funnel your ball right towards the hole.
I'm up for the challenge, but after 4 demanding holes, I'm ready for a little break.
Well, hole 5, it's unique. It's the only one on the course that doesn't run east-west. Yep. You're hitting a high tee shot over sand to a green shaped like an hourglass.
A completely different challenge, then.
It is. You gotta be precise with your club selection, especially with that wind.
And those varying pin positions you mentioned earlier.
Right, they can totally change the hole.
Yeah.
So reading the wind is crucial.
Okay, no room for error here.
Nope, you land in that sand, it'll cost you.
All right, hole 6, please tell me this is where I can catch my breath.
Well, it's a par 4, fairly forgiving compared to what we just played. Might even tempt you to go for the green off the tee.
Yeah, but...
There's always a but with Pete Dye, right?
You know it. Those dunes and thick vegetation, they're no joke. Land in there, you're adding strokes.
So play it safe.
Smart move here. Just set yourself up for a nice, easy approach shot.
Okay, patience and strategy. Got it.
Remember, on this course, sometimes a par feels like a birdie.
Good point. All right, bring on the next challenge.
Oh, get ready. Hole 7, 8, and 9. They take us on a wild ride.
Risk and reward. You got it. And it culminates in a really tough finishing hole on the front nine.
I'm intrigued. Okay, break it down. Hole 7, what are we facing?
It's a par 4, and right off the tee, big decision. You risk a shot over that massive bunker on the right, or lay up short.
Both options sound a little scary. What are the pros and cons?
Laying up gives you a clear shot to the green, but it's a longer approach. Carrying the bunker, that shortens your approach, but risky shot with the wind and all.
Classic risk reward. Depends on how I'm feeling about my driver that day.
Exactly. And speaking of feeling confident, hole 8, it's a par 3 with an island green.
Surrounded by sand, I bet.
You know it. Pinpoint accuracy is a must. Anything less than perfect is going for a swim in that sand.
Sounds terrifying, but also kind of beautiful. What's the key to conquering this one?
Club selection and wind judgment are everything. Elevation change, wind direction, pin position, all got to factor into your choice.
Okay, deep breaths, gotta stay focused. And to finish this dramatic stretch, hole 9, what's in store for us?
Oh, it's a par 4 that'll test everything. Bending fairway, those strategically placed bunkers, they're designed to make you sweat.
Sounds like a fitting end to the front 9.
It is. It takes careful planning, precise execution, and a little luck to get through these 3 holes unscathed. But if you can, you're well on your way to conquering the ocean course.
What a wild ride this front 9 has been. Treacherous hazards, tough decisions. But hey, we learned that a par here is definitely something to celebrate.
Absolutely.
But the journey's not over. We've got the back 9 to tackle. And trust me, the back 9 is where the real drama unfolds.
You're in for a treat.
We'll be back in just a bit to tackle the next 9 holes of this epic course. All right, we're back and ready to tackle the back 9 at Kiawah.
And let me tell ya, it's where things get really interesting.
Well, the front 9 was no walk in the park, lots of strategic challenges, and stunning views, of course.
Oh, the back 9's got those too. Holes 10 through 13, they run straight out through these incredible dunes.
Sounds like a visual treat. But knowing Pete Dye, I bet there's more to it than just pretty scenery.
You betcha. Hole 10, a par 4 right off the bat, greets you with the choice. It's called the Viking.
The Viking.
Yeah, this massive waste bunker. Runs the whole length of the right side of the fairway. You can challenge it if you're feeling brave.
But if you come up short,
you're in trouble. Playing it safe means aiming left, but that leaves you with a longer approach shot.
And I'm sure there are a few more hazards lurking around.
Oh, always. Those crater bunkers near the lagoon, Dye loves those. They're like little surprises waiting to catch you off guard.
Man, every decision on this course seems like a gamble.
That's Kiawah for you. Keeps you on your toes. Okay, hole 11, par 4. You'll like this one. It's got a wide fairway.
Finally, some breathing room.
Don't get too comfy, though. Those bunkers, they start to squeeze in as you get closer to the green.
And I bet there's water somewhere, too.
Of course, right along the putting surface. So, gotta be accurate.
Always gotta be accurate on a Pete Dye course.
It's all about finding that balance. Distance and accuracy, that's the key.
Okay, gotta stay focused. What about hole 12?
More water hazards. Par 4, but you're gonna need to think carefully about each shot. Club selection, wind conditions.
And those bunkers guarding the green, right?
Yep, can't forget about those. Hole 12 is all about course management. You gotta assess the risks, play smart.
All right, taking notes. On to hole 13. What's waiting for us there?
This one's a beast. It's got a nickname, you know.
Huh.
High handicap nightmare.
Oh, no, that doesn't sound good. Another par 4, I presume.
Yep. The diagonal tee shot, it gives you options, but playing it safe could be just as risky as going for it.
I'm sensing a theme here. Dye really makes you think. So what's the best approach on this one?
You got to choose your line carefully. Too far left, you're in those fairway bunkers. Too far right, you're left with a tough shot back towards the water.
Finding that sweet spot is critical. Okay, hole 14. Hopefully things ease up a bit.
Well, this one's got a great story behind it. It involves Alice Dye, Pete's wife. So early on, she visited Kiawah and asked, why is this called the ocean course when you can barely see the ocean?
I mean, she's got a point. You'd expect some ocean views.
Right. So Pete, being the good husband he is, decided to change that.
He redesigned some of the holes?
He excavated a bunch of ponds, used the material to elevate some holes, including this one, the 14th.
Ah, that explains why the green's perched up so high. What a story.
It is. And the hole itself is a beauty. Par 3, but that exposed green means the wind's a major factor.
I bet those chipping areas around the green are no picnic either.
Not at all. Now, as we head back towards the clubhouse, hole 15, par 4, it's a bit of a reprieve. Plenty of room off the tee.
But I'm sure there's a catch.
Always.
Good.
Staying to the right side of the fairway, that's the smarter play.
Keeps you away from that waste bunker on the left.
Exactly. Got to save your energy for the final stretch. And speaking of, hole 16, one of the most iconic hazards on the course.
The Sahara bunker, right? I've heard tales about this one.
It's huge. This giant expanse of sand, short and left of the green, ready to gobble up any bad shots. It's called the graveyard for a reason.
That's intimidating. So what's the play here? Just close your eyes and swing.
Well, a little luck never hurts. But seriously, you got to embrace the challenge. Good tee shot, you can avoid the Sahara, maybe even go for a birdie or eagle.
Feeling bold. What about hole 17?
Oh, this one. It's special. A par 3, played right against the backdrop of the Atlantic Ocean.
I can picture it now. The ocean breeze, the sound of the waves.
It's a dream.
Yeah.
But also a test of your nerves. That ocean breeze, those deep bunkers.
Right.
It's not easy. Got to stay focused, trust your swing.
A true test of character. And for our grand finale, hole 18, what's Di got in store for us?
The classic, par 4, doglegs left around a lake. You need both power and precision here.
And I'm guessing a few well-placed bunkers to keep things interesting?
Of course. This is Kiawah, just yards from the green. There they are, ready to ruin your day. Those bunkers have seen it all. Heartbreaks, triumphs, everything. Reminder that at the ocean course, nature always has the final say.
We've made it. All 18 holes of this incredible course, the challenges, the beauty. It's been quite a journey.
We've climbed those dunes, navigated those hazards, and stood in awe of the Atlantic Ocean.
But our round's not over yet. Stick with us for part 3, where we'll share some final thoughts and takeaways to help you truly conquer the ocean course, whether it's in your dreams or hopefully someday in reality. Man, that was something. 18 holes at Kiawah, even virtually. It's impressive.
It really is. Pete Dye, he created an experience, not just a golf course. Skill, strategy, mental toughness. It's all there.
We talked about the hazards, the wind, those crazy elevation changes, but it's that risk-reward thing that gets me. Every hole, you're weighing your options.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it. It's not just about hitting the ball far. It's about thinking your way around, making smart choices, adapting to the conditions.
Like a chess match on the coast.
Exactly. And those elements, the wind especially, man, it's a huge factor. Ocean course, it's exposed to those Atlantic breezes.
Yeah.
Got to learn to read the wind if you want to play well there.
So for anyone lucky enough to actually play Kiawah, what's your one piece of advice?
Respect the wind. It can make or break your round. Spend time on the range, figure out how it affects your shots. Don't be afraid to adjust your clubs.
Good advice. But for those of us who might only experience this course virtually, through this deep dive, why should we care about all these details?
Because understanding a course like this, the challenges, the strategy, it makes you appreciate the game more. Golf's more than just hitting a ball, right? It's a mental game. Precision, adaptability, Kiawah, it embodies all of that.
So even if we're playing a casual round at our local course, there's still strategy involved. Course management, risk assessment.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And hey, who knows, maybe one day you will find yourself on that first tee at Kiawah.
And if you do, remember what we talked about. Respect the wind, make good decisions, embrace the challenge, and enjoy it. Playing on one of the most iconic courses in the world, that's something special.
It is. A round you won't forget.
All right, folks, that wraps up our deep dive into Kiawah Island's ocean course. We hope you enjoyed the tour, learned a thing or two. Now we want to hear from you. What hole are you most excited or maybe terrified to play? Head over to our social media. Let us know. Got questions about specific holes? Tell us. We might even do another deep dive based on your feedback. Until then, happy golfing, everyone.